Alright, listen up folks, gather round and let me tell you about the internet. It's a wild ride, like a roller coaster after too many tequila shots. You see, back in the day, before Google Maps could tell you where you were going, or where you'd been after a night out, the internet was just a twinkle in some government nerd's eyes. Yeah, seriously. They called it ARPANET, and it was about as exciting as watching paint dry, unless you think connecting a few computers across the country is a wild Friday night. But hey, give them some credit, they were onto something. Fast forward a few years and bam, the World Wide Web pops up like a bad Tinder date, all awkward and clunky. But here's the kicker, this whole internet thing, it was basically just scientists and academics sending emails and sharing research papers. Boring! Thank goodness for Al Gore, right? Just kidding, even though he totally wishes he invented the internet. So, how did we go from boring research papers to watching cats play piano? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because the 90s were about to get weird. Remember dial-up? That screeching sound that could wake the dead? Yeah, that was your ticket to the information superhighway. Suddenly, everyone and their grandma was setting up websites with flashing text and dancing hamsters. It was the Wild West, a digital gold rush, and everyone wanted a piece of the pie. We're talking chat rooms, message boards, and the birth of the dreaded email chain letter. Good times. Oh, and you can't forget about Napster. Remember Napster? It was like stealing music, but legal-ish. Yeah, the music industry was not happy. It was a glorious mess, but hey, it got us to where we are today, drowning in cat videos and arguing with strangers on Twitter. Now let's talk about the dot-com bubble. Remember Pets.com? Exactly. They spent millions on a sock puppet and then went belly up faster than you can say venture capitalist. It was a crazy time. Everyone thought they could be the next Jeff Bezos selling dog food or whatever online. People were throwing money at anything with a .com at the end of it. It was like a giant game of internet roulette, and most people ended up losing their shirts. But hey, it wasn't all bad. A few companies survived the crash, like Amazon and Google. Small companies, really. The point is, the internet, much like your drunk uncle at a wedding, had a bit of a meltdown. But just like your uncle, it eventually pulled itself together, dusted itself off, and became the unstoppable force it is today. So here we are living in the future. We've got smartphones, social media, and enough cat videos to last a lifetime. We can order pizza, find a date, and get into arguments with strangers all without leaving our couches. The internet has connected us in ways we never thought possible. It's amazing! Sure, it's also a cesspool of misinformation, cyberbullying, and those weird targeted ads that follow you around like a creepy stalker. But hey, nobody's perfect, right? The internet is like that friend you love to hate, but you can't imagine your life without them. So let's raise a glass, or maybe just refresh the page, to the internet. It's been a wild ride, and frankly I'm terrified to see where we go next.